to Yahweh, Barak to Yahushai, Barak to Yahweh, Barak to Yahushai, Barak to Yahweh, Barak to Yahushai, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Mystery and Rule Well. This is Brother Nash, DC Camp, and Shalom to the Akim tribe, the four corners of the earth, preaching the gospel from Mashiach Yahushai in sincerity and truth and diligence of mind. Yeah, so always remember, that the Lord Yahushua is the chief physician. You are also a physician, all right? Once you are under his teachings, okay, as a man of the Lord, always consider yourself to be a physician, because the knowledge the Lord Yahushua has given unto you is used to make our people whole, all right? So always consider that you are under the guidance of Hamashiach Yahushai. So as him being the chief physician, you are also qualified to be a physician, since you're doing what he has called you to do. So it's always something extra for you to always keep in mind, and don't take it lightly. Okay, it's very, very important, because you're supposed to bring stability to the nation of our people by preaching the gospel of Hamashiach Yahushua, by bringing that true doctrine, all right? And you're casting out doubt, you're casting out confusion from the minds of our people, from the midst of our people, all right? Because you're part of that organization, all right? You're part of that governing body that's putting back our people together, all right, through the gospel of reconciliation, all right? So always consider that, okay? Don't just look at yourself as just a mere follower, all right? The Lord has called you to partake in His ministry, so always remember that. The chief physician is not really on the job, but they're already giving you instructions of what to do. He's already giving you the guidelines, so you gotta make sure the business keeps moving, and those that come in for healing, they get the proper, all right, they get the proper diagnosis, they get the proper advice, and they get the proper guidance. Okay, and that's basically the job of the man of the Lord, the job of a prophet. All right. So I'm going to read from the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 9. And as Yahushua passed forth from thence, he saw a man named Matthew, okay, sitting at the receipt of customs. And he said unto him, Follow me. And he arose and followed him. And as it came to pass, as Yahushua sat at meat in the house, behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples. All right. And then verse 11 says, And when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto his disciples, Why it is your master with publicans and sinners? But when Yahushua heard that, he said unto them, They that be whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. All right, so always remember that. And then it says in verse 13, But go ye and learn what that meaneth. I will have mercy and not sacrifice, for I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. All right, so always remember, that's Yahweh's job description, and that is your job description. You have inherited that job description, and you have to abide by it. That's your code, of ethics. Okay, and you just don't have, to doubt, what the Lord has already said before you. If it works for Yahushua, it works for Yahushua. So why doubt? Okay, so certainly work for you. Okay, so Lord Yahushua has already said that, greater works than what is done, you shall also do. So what does that make you? Okay. Yep. So that's the answer you always have to keep in mind. Okay. And then you look at the book of Luke, chapter 14. And then you read from 21 21. All right. So 21 says, so this is when, the so-called, the master of the house, was trying to get people to come to a wedding, but folks didn't want to show up. So, hey, he had other plans, but he told his servants, all right, in verse 21. So that servant came and showed the Lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servants, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor and the maimed, and the halt and the blind. Yeah, so those are people that got issues, man, and as a physician, what are you going to do? You're going to give them sound advice. You're going to put them back together with the instructions provided to you by Hamashiach Yahushai. Yeah, so you're renovating the nation of Israel. Okay, and that's a beautiful thing. All right, you're part of the organization that's repairing the breaches. Okay, of the tabernacle of David that the Lord Abashim Shah is raising up. You're part of that bricklaying team. Okay, so always remember that you're setting the foundation in the right path. Okay, and then in verse 22 it says, and the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. Yeah, so always remember, there's always opportunity for improvement. There's always opportunity to grow. All right, and that's one thing about serving the Lord is you're not stagnant, man. There's always an extra mile that you can go. Okay, because the Lord is infinite. His wisdom is infinite. Okay, and then verse 23 says, and the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. Yeah, so that's the reason why this knowledge is being passed out, okay? Because remember, the poor, the sick, the maimed, those are folks without the resources to be on the right track. Okay, so when you're able to get them on the right track with the doctrine of Hamashiach Yahushai, their life is whole, and you basically repairing the foundation of their lives. Okay, and that's the entirety. Once the man's mind is repaired and put back together, he is set for life. Okay, that's exactly what the Lord Yahweh is concerned about. He's concerned about the spirit of man. Okay, not the flesh of man. So once the spirit is put together, that's it. Smooth sailing. All right, doesn't matter how rough the storm is, the ship is still gonna sail. All right, that's what it really boils down to. So always remember, it's a serious profession that you signed up for, because you're dealing with a delicate balance, and you have to make sure you are precise. All right. So Book of Psalms, chapter 153. Okay, you know what? Let me see. Book of Psalms, chapter 103. Okay, 103 verses 1 to 3. It says, Bless the Lord Yahweh Bashima Shabashima Kwakadash, O my soul, and all that is within me. All right. Bless his holy name. So the name of the Lord is very, very important. And that's why you have to let the people know. All right. The blind, the sick, the maimed, the poor, they have to have the name of the Lord. They have to have the name of Yahweh Shai, the name Yahweh, and the name Yahweh Shai. All right. And then he says, bless the Lord Yahweh Bashima Shai Bashima Kwakadash, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. Yeah, so all benefits come from the Lord, and that's why we have to look unto the Lord. All right, you have to get our people acquainted with the doctrine of Hamashiach Yahushai, and they have to know the benefits of serving the Lord. All right, there is no downside of serving the Lord. You're moving from one level to the other. There is no going back. All right, there is no regression. It's always promotion. All right. Then verse 3 says, who forgiveth all thy iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases. Yeah, and that's exactly what our people need, right? They need that spirit of forgiveness to dwell with them. That's basically the mark of exemption, all right? The mark of exemption, that's exactly what, our people need to be pleading for in these last days. Because when something is faulty, it gets to be thrown into the trash pile, and nobody wants to be in a dumpster, man. In these last days, man, you have to pray that you are, how you say it, refurbished, renovated. You being built back up. All right, that's the reason why the Lord Yahweh Shai came to build the nation of Israel back. To merge, the northern kingdom back with the southern kingdom. All right, and you know how it is, man. The ministry of reconciliation and Him giving His blood for our people, for the forgiveness of sins. It's that simple, So we have to always keep that in mind. Yeah, it's milk. It's milk precepts, By the end of the day, it's very, very important to always keep this in mind. And another precept would be from, let me read verse 4. Who redeemeth thy life from destruction? Who crowned thee with loving kindness and tender mercies? Yeah, so that's exactly what you need to hold on to, man. This doctrine of Hamashiach Yahushua is an excellent doctrine, and you always know that it's always going to work. It doesn't matter where you go or where you are. It's always going to work for you because that's the ultimate solution. That's the ultimate doctrine. All right, that's not built on any other doctrine. It's pure, it's solid, and it protects itself, okay, from every other false doctrine, okay. So always remember that, man. You are also a physician, all right, under the guidance of Hamashiach Yahushai. All right, that's why he also told, the Apostle Peter, feed the sheep, or feed the sheep, and understand that too. What are you doing when you make all these lessons? You're feeding the sheep of Hamashiach Yahushai. Okay, so another precept would be from the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 30, and then you read verse 26. It says, all right, moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, as the light of 7 days, in the day that the Lord bindeth up the breach of his people, and healeth the stroke of their wound. Yeah, so that's the day that you're preparing our people for. All right, that's the day you're preparing our people for. Okay, the day of what you call it, enlightenment, that our people come back to their senses, that the Lord really, really, really cared for them. Okay, and that He reserved them to be delivered. Okay, the days of ignorance is coming to an end, and we're almost out of here. Okay, and that this wisdom is just spreading forth like wildfire. You go online, you see Jake's Israelites from different parts of the world calling upon the name of the Lord, making all types of beautiful songs and, beautiful lessons. So you have to admit, man, that the days of darkness is coming to an end, man. Just like Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18. All right, the path of the just. And let me get that real quick. All right, Proverbs chapter 4. I hope I got the right one. Okay. Yeah, so it says, but the path of the just is as the shining light, that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. And that's the perfect day, all right, that you see in the book of Isaiah chapter 30, verse 26. All right, that is the perfect day that you've been waiting for all this time, all right. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 26. I'll read it one more time. It says, moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun. All right, knowledge and wisdom. Okay, perfection. All right, balance, equity. And the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, and the light of 7 days, in the day that the Lord shall bind up the breach of his people and healeth the stroke of their wound. Yeah, so that's when everything is going to be complete. Okay, complete salvation. All right, and then final precept be from the book of Luke. You know, just extra, right? Because this precept really hits it on the head. So Luke chapter 9, verses 1 and 2. All right, so it's always important to have this in mind. Luke chapter 9, verse 1. Then, all right, he, that's Yahweh, called his 12 disciples together and gave them power and authority over all devils and to cure diseases. What does that tell you? All right, it's right there. You are a physician. So as long as you hold on to what the Lord Yahushua has set before you, just like King David, that prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. So always remember, man, the Lord has given you this knowledge. So what are you going to do with it? Yeah, so you basically casting out all these deceptive doctrines that's been plaguing our people, and you're able to give them the proper understanding of the word of the Lord. All right, because our people need salvation seriously. All right, so always remember that, man. You've been called, and you're taking on the profession, you're taking on the role of a physician. And then verse 2 says, and he sent them to preach the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Bashim Kwakadash and to heal the sick. All right, so it's that clear. Okay, so this precept basically tells you everything in a nutshell. So that's the point that I can always remember. Don't take your calling, as a joke, as a burden of frustration. It should be a motivation. All right, it should be a catalyst for you to do more. Just like the master of the house, to the servant. You gotta go harder, get more. Go call more people for the party, for the wedding, for the ministry. All right, Shalom.